Tēnā, koe kia ora, hi, hello, and welcome to a Reo Sound Energy Kōrero. So kia ora, my name's Josephine Ripeka Raukawa, but you can call me Jo, and I'm the kai kōrero and the face of Reo Sound Energy. So no mai and welcome. Now in this video, just going to share a little bit about what to expect when you go onto our website and work with us, and also just a little bit about how we work. And then we're going to dive into the purpose behind Reo Sound Energy, the purpose of our sound interpretations, and how to buy our mahi and our services. So just hopefully a nice quick video, and very informative, and yeah, a great way to really see if we all vibe, you know, like if what we have to offer is you. So let's get into it. Okay, so first of all, it is just me running the business, so I do all of the business side of things, the expenses, the finances, the content, the social media, the website, the designing of the courses, etc. So that's all me. But then, like on a personal note, I'm also a solo mama of 3, and 2 of them are toddlers, and my teen is ASD and ADHD. So I have a pretty full-on personal life, because on top of being a mama, I've still got a home to run, and I like my home clean and healthy. And I've also got to take care of me as well. So my social media activity, and you know, just how normal businesses run with all of these promotions and marketing and products coming out left, right and center, that's not how I roll. So home first and then mahi second. So any mahi that I do for Reo Sound Energy will come out as I am available. Even though I am on my own running the business and doing the kōrero, etc., I'm still not on my own. So a lot of the knowledge that I share, it's knowledge that I've learned over the last 8.5 years from my main tupuna, Te Kōtia Rekirangi, Te Turiki, and any other tupuna who had to come in and share what they had as well. So I don't do this alone, and I say we and our, and I acknowledge them, because if it wasn't for them, Reo Sound Energy would not exist. And so it's just paying credit where it's due, saying we and our, because a lot of the kōrero that I do, I'm not alone in it, and I can't. It's hard for me to take full credit of that, you know. Now a little bit more about how we work. There's already a clue within our title of our name, which is Reo Sound Energy. So it's a mixture of Te Reo Māori and English, which means that we are definitely a bilingual business. So I translanguage between Te Reo Māori and the English language, mainly because all of the knowledge that we share comes from Te Reo Māori, and English is purely just for communication purposes, hence why I translanguage. So while I talk, I do try to translate any Māori kupu into English straight afterwards. There are some instances where I won't, because 1, I forget, or 2, the context is so obvious, you already know what the meaning is just from what we're talking about. But in those instances, that's where I would translate into English in the subtitles, and that's the same with the website and any content to put out. The English translation will always be in brackets. And so in saying that though, when it comes to the language side of things, we don't teach Te Reo Māori, so I'm not a Te Reo Māori teacher. But Te Reo Māori is used because that's where the knowledge comes from. So I don't teach anyone how to speak. This is more about how to understand it for the purpose that we serve. So in saying that, now we can go into the next part of our video, which is talking about the purpose of Reo Sound Energy. And so that purpose: growth and expansion. Growth and expansion of people. So anyone who's recognizing that they're growing and they're expanding, but things are kind of happening that they don't really quite understand, or finding it hard to see the answers or see the way through it, That's what Reo Sound Energy exists for, to help anyone with their growth and expansion. And so it just comes from a core belief that the universe grows and the universe expands naturally. And because we are of and within the universe, we also go through the same process. We grow and we expand. And so with growth, we believe that growth is done in light. So when you recognize your light, which comes through as like your natural talents or your gifts, so anything that breathes beauty into life, that's your light, and you grow with it. So you practice what you're good at, or you go towards something that makes you feel beautiful, makes you feel great, makes you feel positive. So growth with light's quite easy, because it's mainly just practice and building on what you've already got, adding to, improving. Expansion's a little bit different. Expansion comes from expanding your light into the darkness, which comes through change as opposed to growth. So changing with the element of darkness, using your light is a very difficult process, because that's where a lot of the hard stuff happens, you know. So, and that's also where the ego kind of thrives. So really getting on par and working with your ego to go through that change and expansion process is really, really key. But it's very, very difficult to do on a lot of stages. So we just have a few tools and a few ways of looking at the process to help make it a little bit easier. Because there is a core belief that kind of comes out in a couple of kōrero that our celestial body and our physical body are one and the same, you know. So a person is a result of the celestial and the physical parts coming together. So rangi nui and papatua nuku equals you, and they support you in everything that you do. Now, how do we do it though? Like, how do we share that knowledge? So now we're going into the purpose behind our sound interpretations. So how we share is through interpreting the sounds of Te Reo Māori. So we said earlier that the knowledge that we share is actually held in Te Reo Māori. So Te Reo Māori has anything and everything that we need. We just need to be able to access that knowledge, and that's what the interpretations do for us. So we interpret nearly all of the sounds within Te Reo Māori. So there are particular words specific to the growth and expansion process that we translate that help us understand who we are, why we're here, and how to do our growth and expansion for navigating life. There are particular karakia as well, and particular stories that just, I guess, support and back up what those sound interpretations do for particular words. Sounds make a language for communication purposes, and those sounds carry energy. And so our sound interpretations are how we interpret that energy, and then the word tells us what that energy is doing. It tells us how we're able to utilize our energy that is within us, that is from that word, what that word is trying to tell us. For instance, pono. The word pono is usually for a truth or a belief or something that's quite honest and honourable. Pono. But when we break it down sound by sound with p or n or, then it tells us something very different, with pono meaning like p, meaning to manifest, or meaning so from your core, and n meaning a person as an individual. So you as an individual, within your core, within your depth, you know, what is going to come out, which is where the truth usually comes out. But whether it's conscious or unconscious, that's a different story. But that's just a little, I guess, a little sample of how we do what we do. So now we're going to go into how we share that kōrero, and you can buy it from us, go to our website and work with us. So on to that now. On the website, you'll see digital resources, bundled kōrero, and courses. So that's how I'm able to share our kōrero. The digital resources are PDF format and PNG image And they both it's just a basic visual representation of our kōrero. So we've already got some free content on there if you want to check it out, have a bit of a sample. We've already put up the interpretations, and we've already put up how we've interpreted one of our karakia. So there's a karakia called I te timatanga, so in the beginning. But there's the normal translation as it is today, and then there is our sound interpretation translation. So just to give a bit of a quick snippet, I'm about to upload the kōrero on how that translation comes about later on. Again, one-man band, so when I'm available. Then we have our bundled kōrero. So because we are breaking down and translating one Māori kupu sound by sound, what that means is that one kōrero breaking down one kupu sound by sound gives us one massive story. So you purchase kōrero basically. So in the bundle, kōrero would have perhaps maybe a kōrero about 1 or 2 words, then the visual poster of what I was talking to in those kōrero, and then a journal prompt to help with whatever, if it was triggered, to look at things practically, stuff like that, to really just ground it all down basically. But that's what the bundle kōrero do. The more kōrero that are there, the more kōrero, or the more words that we break down, then the higher the price. So, but they'll never be more than $55. So 22, 33 and 55 is basically it. And then our online courses will range, it'll be between 3 to 5 modules, 3 to 5 lessons. Okay, so a really short course would be 3 modules, 3 lessons each, so 9 kōrero in total. A very long course would be 5 modules with 5 lessons each, so being 25 kōrero altogether. But they're all pre-recorded, and also go at your own pace. You know, the courses come with quizzes, maybe little mini assignments, some journal prompts, and a workbook. It's all online, so if you do need to print it out, we definitely recommend going to a printer, because some of the visuals will use quite a lot of black ink. But other than that, have some pen and paper ready, write down some notes, but you've got those recordings. You can go back and play as much as you want and pause wherever you need. But at the end of the day, you know, those courses are there, and there again, the prices will vary depending on the length of the course and the kaupapa or the topic that we cover. So that's basically it. That's how we share our kōrero. And so we're going to leave it there. We're going to wrap it up. Wrap it right up, because this video is getting a lot longer than I thought it was going to be. So apologies. But at the end of the day, I hope it was just really super informative, and you got a really good idea about the mahi that I do here with tupuna in Reo Sound Energy, how we offer it on the website, so you know what to expect, and just a bit aware of our situation, so you know kind of like what type of activity you'd see from us. So we're still kind of looking at maybe doing email subscriptions, but at the end of the day, social media is where it's at. Our YouTube channel, subscribe, join us on Instagram, reosoundenergy.com. Our Facebook still has a little bit of our old name in it, which is Clearing DNA with Matakite Talks, but we're on Facebook. And just give me some time to change from Reo Sound Energy. I believe I actually have to make a new page there, but for now it's all on Clearing DNA, our Clearing DNA with Matakite Talks Facebook page. Other than that, on our website and our contact us, you can always flick me a form and I can email you. And on the website, if there are any like hot notices for any physical wānanga or online wānanga that I'm able to do in the future, I'll always plant it everywhere before that happens with plenty of notice. So thank you so much for watching our kōrero. Have a quick browse of our website. If you have any pātai or questions, please email mai, just flick me an email, and I'll reply when my babies let me. But yes, thank you again, no mai, and welcome as well to our little world. It was lovely to meet you, and I look forward to working with you. Ka kite, take care, bye.